Hello, my name's Jonathan from Mental Health. No, it's not me. That is me, but I'm not from Mental Health. My name's Jonathan from Mental Help. Today, I'm going to be talking about false memory or real event OCD. The way false memory or real event OCD, sometimes harm OCD, tends to manifest itself is in the fact that it will keep triggering your mind to events through, generally it seems to be through your younger years. It will keep telling you that you did something terrible when you probably did do something that wasn't right. We all do things that aren't right, and in school I used to have fights all the time. And, so OCD will always grab hold of those and say, when you hit that person, you've probably damaged him, you've probably caused this, you've probably caused him a mental problem. Probably hit myself in the head a few times in that case. But OCD just latches onto it and it keeps playing it through your mind, and it starts saying, well, what if? And guilt is a very powerful emotion that we have, and OCD tends to sort of latch onto that, and it will try to manipulate it and mould it and twist it and sort of push it into every little gap that's in your mind that it can get into and make you feel really guilty. It knows your weakness, it knows kind of where your flaws are, and it's kind of seems to be working in the background while you're busy trying to enjoy life or do your job or whatever it is. It's there in the background being a real pain in the neck, to be honest. I get taken back to so many situations. One situation is I was in the playground and somebody called me a name, so I went up and just punched him in the back of the head. Now, it's pretty silly, isn't it, really? But it basically collapsed on the floor, because if you get punched in the back of the head, it's kind of like there's nerves to the... It's not a good place to punch someone in the back of the head. But I was 11, I didn't know. I just normally punch them in the nose. But the point is that was basically a very innocent, silly, naughty child action that I did. I was not trying to kill him by any means. I was being an 11-year-old. But ever since then, and I'm 48 now, I always get plagued a fair amount of the time through the year of thoughts that, I was trying to kill him and he could have died. And, it really, really consumes me. And the thoughts are very real in my head. OCD really, really tries to make me feel guilty. OCD is a deceiver. OCD would say, he didn't say anything. You just went and hit him. He was walking through the playground, minding his own business. He was a lovely person, and you went and punched him. At the end of the day, none of this actually happened like that. It was a silly argument between two 11-year-olds, and I basically went to hit him as he turned around. It's actually funny, but it's not when it's in your head. So then I have to go back and I have to reprocess. I have to sit down and go, okay, right, what actually happened? What happened was this. It's not what OCD is telling me, but OCD keeps telling me so many times. And because it's so many years ago, 30 or more years ago, you don't remember the facts. Why it is so debilitating is chronic guilt can make you feel gut-wrenchingly sick. I am not joking. Without being too explicit, I will get an upset stomach. Almost like there's been something horrific happened. That's physical evidence that it's real. Shaking. If I put my hands up, they're steady now. When I've got OCD, I can see them shaking. So as I said, it won't let off until it's completely crushed and broken you. The other way OCD lets off is if it sees that we are taking control of the situation. Well, the way I have managed to do this is by realising that the action that OCD is exaggerating is a normal thing. Yeah, it's not nice to punch someone. Even when you're a child, it's the wrong thing to do. And if I had a son or a daughter who did that, I would therefore be disappointed and say that was the wrong thing to do. I'd love them unconditionally. It's just human behaviour. When OCD sees that you're gaining some purchase in the right direction, it will go away and come back with another thing. And I'm going to be doing some exercises and going through some of the coping mechanisms that I've learned. And you might be thinking, well, that sounds quite hard work. And it wasn't easy to do. But it's better than suffering with it for another 20, 30 years. When I was able to release the one that I've been talking about with you and to see it for what it actually was, that's kind of gone a bit now. It still pops back in, and I have to put OCD in its place and say, look, get lost. You ain't fooling me with that one. I know the score. I was 11. Jog on. So, it's kind of that attitude, isn't it, you have to take sometimes with it. Because OCD is a coward that when you actually stand up to, it backs off because it hasn't actually got any teeth. One thing I would say though is that you are here because you want to improve and you want to be better and you want these things to go. And that in itself shows that you are a good human being. Again, thank you for all your support. Please subscribe. The more subscribers, the more the videos get posted out to people and YouTube sees that I'm actually trying to do some good. Click like as well. And just leave me your comments. I'll always answer every comment I get. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.